Alright, we're back. We got the dark mode going. Nice. A lot better. I don't know about for you guys. For me, it's actually bearable. Yeah. I didn't look back on the last recording yet, which is probably not the wisest choice. But let's get the YouTube set up. It's kind of, I'm using an extension, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Alright, so now we got the YouTube going. I don't want spaces. Those spaces. Get YouTube going, and then we can upload videos, and then we can dive back into this project. Oh. All right, so what do we want to call this? That's weird. It looks weird with like the two undercases like that. Angle brackets are not allowed. Lame. Ooh. Did I curse? I can't remember if I cursed. Oh boy. Yeah, I didn't even look. Can I hope I can do 1080. I don't know. Okay. Okay. video's too long. Oh God. Alright, so we gotta go through this. This is a freaking journey, man. Yeah, I gotta work. I gotta. I gotta make sure I don't curse. Okay. How large is that video? Oh, wait. Okay. All right, sweet. So now, now we should be able to do it. Hopefully. All right. Let's try this again. Can I spell series right? Okay. No. Okay. I always gotta make sure I'm using like copyright free lo-fi, whatever it is. All right. I'm hoping this is okay. So we set up the Google Drive. We've set up the YouTube channel. We set up a clean environment. Our weekly task list is pretty complete. It's definitely not been 4 hours. It's been about an hour and a half to 2. But that's alright. Like I said, this isn't for bragging rights. This is just a look back. We'll let that run in the background. I'll look into this off screen. Let's start working on the brainstorming document. I want this. If I star this, does it move? No, it doesn't move it to the top. Whatever. That's fine. Alright. So we'll work on this. Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. I don't know. Is this better? Yeah, 100%. And just using add-ons, man, they're kind of weird. Alright. So let's just ramble on. Game engine, it's going to be on an Unreal Engine. Probably 4. Yeah, probably 4. We want it to be third person. Tight combat, right? Like, that's. I want the combat to be one of the main point. Like, very good combat, very good animations and timing and all that stuff. I don't want it to be sloppy and sluggish. Character movement is also tight. For me, one of the biggest immersion killers for is sluggish combat, like with bad animations or sluggish characters. That they don't respond immediately, or they respond in a weird way. Something that comes to example is super tight combat would be like Neo, the Neo series, Neo 1 and Neo 2 from Team Ninja. Super tight combat. But then on like the flip side of like sluggish character movement, like even though it's top 3 of my favorite games of all time, Witcher 3 character movement's like sluggish, right? Responses, the character responses, Geralt's character response is kind of weird, so try to stay away from that, which we'll have to learn how to do because I'm not sure what that entails. I don't know why some combat's super controlled and super clean, and some's kind of sloppy. So it's something we'll just have to look at. Oh, we're doing all this in blueprints. No C++. It we're gonna do melee and magical combat, RPG, right? Dungeon diving. I got some really cool ideas with dungeon diving that I want to do that also ties into this next one, spell crafting. I got some really cool ideas of um, being able to craft spells and unique spells, and not something that, you know, Skyrim, you just read from a book and then that's it. No, like, you, even though it's limited, the system can be limited. You can always add more for the spellcrafting system I have in mind. I'm really excited to try to put it together. I think it'll be a unique spin on magic combat within. We want boss fights. Um, uh, I don't want to do base upgrades. I want the character to have a home. So not base building, but base upgrades or home upgrades. Right. It's not a survival game. I don't want to do base building. Yeah, because then I think it would just. We also got to keep the scope in mind too. So, you know, single person design and develop team, you know, with no procedural generation, you know, I got to keep scope in mind. See what this looks like. Still 95. It'll probably be 95. Right? Proc gen, no proc gen. Melee, magical combat, third person, open world. Even though it might not be a huge open world, we still want it open world. I want the character to be able to look at something and go that way. So that means quests, right? So I want random quests, and we'll get into all these different things. When we get into the more concept stuff. Alchemy and potions, potion crafting, gear crafting, item set or item set bonuses, loot tables. Loot tables is going to go into the dungeon diving aspect a little bit more. I want the dungeon diving to be a repeatable content, or to be repeatable content. And I have an idea of how I want to create an end game, so to speak. Not just play the story. Once the story's done, the game's done. My biggest, one of my, I wish other games did, or more games did, is you fall in love with a game and then you play it, and there's no end game. It's you play it and then you're basically done. Some games do like the whole new game plus kind of thing. I'm not really gonna go in that direction. Leveling, right? This goes all into RPG elements, attributes, skill lines or skill points. I don't want to say skill lines. Currency in the game, so vendors. And I want to make the vendors good. So in a lot of games, like you go to the vendors and they're not the vendor. You know, let's look at Elder Scrolls Online. you never buy anything like the blacksmiths or armorers or whatever. You don't buy anything from them because they never offer you anything of value. And I want to create vendors that are actually, that actually there might be something that you do want to get from them, and they have a place in the game. They're just not taking up space. They're not filler. They're not a filler. Um, um, okay. All right. Unreal Engine. We're doing it on blueprints. It's gonna be third person, tight combat, tight character movement, melee. Slow crafting, boss fights. Um, fantasy. Um, it's gonna be a set in fantasy. Like project. Okay, okay. And this is where the next one's gonna be. No, you know what? I think I'm gonna take the concept out. I think I'm gonna take the concept document out and just go into more detail in the brainstorming document and go straight into the design document. So it is redundant, I don't know, man. I can I can see the benefits of me going into this, but I feel like so brainstorming, right? Like, okay, boss fights, and then I'm gonna go into a concept document of only about boss fights, but I could just do that within the game design document anyway. So yeah, yeah, we'll scratch this. Um, change this to 1. All right. I got a question here. I do. Okay. Nice. So I'm gonna end this recording, and we're gonna go straight into talking about the inspiration stuff. We're running on 30 minutes. I'm gonna get better with these too as time goes on, and the more I get into this, I will get better at. I'll just get better, just better by doing it. Like I said, I'm not a content creator, so all right, guys.